So my name is Mathew Tembo. Most of the people actually in Zambia know me as a reggae artist because I studied music as a reggae artist. Started somewhere around 1994 after high school. I went to study music at Horn College, 95, 97, and I went to teach music in Eastern Province. So I taught music for 2 years and then started performing. So, and then I did a few albums, just doing reggae, and then I started touring Europe somewhere around 2001. And in 2004, I played at a conservatory in Copenhagen, Denmark. And so they were asking us why we play the music we play. Say, for example, if we didn't get paid for it, why would we still want to play? And so when I came back home, 2004, I thought it didn't make a lot of sense for me to continue doing the music that I was doing. Because there's lots of music back home. There's lots of music here in Africa, here in Zambia. And as African musicians, we don't care about our own roots, our own music usually. We want to play foreign music. In 2005, we started the first Sing Our Own Song music festival. And it was at Brown Frog. And the first one actually featured people like Mwale Sisters, it featured Uncle Rex, it featured Shakarongo or Brian Chengala. I also played at the festival. That was the first one. And since then, we've been doing the Sing Our Own Song because not that many people play traditional musical instruments. So I started experimenting with my own traditional instruments. And then I decided I wanted to be a part of a group of people. I know that there are other people that are into preserving our own culture, including our own music. So this group Kambasa has a very interesting instrumentation, and they will demonstrate a little bit of the whole instrumentation. I think also one of the most common characteristics or elements, just like we saw in the other group, is the polyphony. There is a lot of polyphony going on, and to demonstrate that, they will start showing you their instruments and how they bring everything together. So twalatampila na inkonko. So that's the inkonko. These two called inkonko. They play two different rhythms, just the two of them. So we'll start with that.
Lyandi na Joyce Mpundu twaba mu ibumba lya Bakambasa lipibulo kwebati libumba lya bana mafunde abafunde enfumu inyimbo tuimba shamapinda amalumbo amanshinsa twalikwata enshita iyo tuimbira po enyimbo limo kuti twayima oluchero twatucherere enfumu tuye mulefo ishibwike twalikwata enyimbo tuimba nga twafika kulya tulemba tucherere enfumu kuno twayitwa ku kipango tucherere mfumu kuno twayitwa ku kipango nga twayimba twakungisha pwesha malumbo na tulumbanya batefu abene kabwire wakwana tende walushiba wakwa kaongwa kalumanya mishike puto wachimyanga muchere uyu mwana chongoyu twabalumbanya ero namba twaisa imbolo akubemisha pakuti nomba beme pala balere bese apo tulipanze twaisa imbati katumba kalira kababwire kasoma wilala katumba kalira kababwire kasoma wilala.
Kambasa is an interesting group because they got their name from a bird, and this bird is usually quiet and it's not very good looking, but when it says something, it says a lot of important stuff, and the group is actually counsel to the chief.
Nomba muri aba Bakambasa bantu bashana ifila na ngukwimba inyimbo shimo isheshirelola kukusoka imfumu kukufunda imfumu atemwa kukushobaula imfumu nga chakutila bamona palipo kamusango kamo akashiweme ako imfumu ichitile kuti bamwebera mu malumbo atemwa bamwebera mu lwimbo nga chakutila imfumu inkalwe kuti bamwimbira olwimbo olwakutila imfumu ileke buli abunkalwe nga chakutila kumulumba babutekesha ubusuma bale mwimbira olwimbo olwakutila bamutashe pafyo alekitashani aleteke charo chakwe.
Probably noticed from the Kambasas and the Pioneers, the thematic issues of songs are issues of current affairs, and they immediately compose to respond to the moment. You have somebody who can compose. I had, for instance, in my own experience, a case of a complaint about a judicial process locally, and they were complaining about a specific individual and how he was performing his public functions. And I listened to the complaint, and immediately it moved me to compose a song, was Chile. And people could tune into it, and they understand the perspective, and they understand the complaint in the song.
So their style of music is funkutu, and their instrumentation actually involves quite a number of instruments. And so we have drumming consists of sensele, and then they have nkolongwe or mfuta, and then itumba. Itumba is like the master drum, and then they have ichivitiku, and they have inkonko, and then insupa. And like I said, the style is in funkutu. The drumming, they are going to do a song, and this song is called Malengelia. And Malengelia is a lizard in English, and talks about the song just advises, say, okay, whether you're a chief or a person at home, regular, you have to take things easy.
It is a very inner urge to register what we are going. It's just a kind of a how do you call it? An archive of what is happening to us. So music stores it for us. That's as much as storytelling does. But storytelling is dying. But music remains very firm.
What I found out, for me, I was interested in the elements of the music. And I found out that there was quite some duplication. So the insupa, for example, was duplicating the inkom. And then there was a repetition, which is typical of African music or Zambian music. And then there was also call and response. So one person would call, and then the rest of the group will respond. Let's take a listen to call and response. So that was good. So if you noticed, she was calling, and then the rest were responding. So that's what we call and response. And then in the song, actually, the whole song, towards the end, she started reciting. So she would say stuff in between, not really singing, but just kind of like reciting. And then I noticed their harmony is usually in fifths. When we talk about Western harmony, we know that a lot of choir singing, that's where you find a lot of like harmony, like in terms of like voices. And in choirs, most of these choirs we have in Zambia are very influenced by Western music. So their harmonies are usually in thirds, and they have 4-part harmony. But this group has 2-part harmony, and the harmony is usually fifths. So maybe they will do a small demonstration just to demonstrate that. So you have the harmony, the guys were singing, da, 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 da. Then this side they were singing, da, 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 da. So that's a fifth in between. You have 5 pitches between those 2 notes. So the harmony for this particular song, I don't know, they might have different harmonies when they do other songs, but for this particular one, it's in fifths. So basically that's what we found out. Very interesting music, very rich, very deep. So, yeah.
wakati ya John milimo yandi yakulisha engoma ero pakuishiba kwandikwa kulisha engoma mbaya amabona akweteko kamonga abakalamba nshine na alife nchiri umunono sa nambire okulamona ifyo balerisha ndemona bakafina bayama bala bayitashani bayisafu anoko ila fintu fila na itashani nafitola nanebo wine nambo kutashani nambo kulafirisha ukulisha bati twalerisha afye twashibyo wishwiro bwino nomba inchita twashire kuturuka nomba twabanomba namanu nkwa imfumu yasha itashani yasha twikatira amaboko yabiri chapo apali anefyo tuambire kubomba n'imfumu ukubomba n'imfumu kufika neri nefyo turebomba n'imfumu pamonga ngo kusefya wabako kanshi ifwenga tatulipo fina mpako imyemfumu kuiteka pamusero ifwenga tetulaima nishina show ilaima yo kama fye ko twiteshani twabule ngoma Yesu twiteshani twaimya nishina yena yakeshani yaima.
Okay, so the biggest, the rhythm in this whole song is pa 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 pa. That's like the biggest rhythm in this whole thing. So the dancers, the singers, and everybody is doing the same thing, is doing that. And then after they are done with that, we see that there's a lot of improvisation too. Just like, I mean, it's African music, but we know that's where jazz came from. So there's a lot of improvisation going on. The melody is very, very basic. 3-4 notes, ya son sona. But also the harmony in this song, this particular song, maybe later on we'll find out they have songs that are where they have harmonies. But in this case, it's just unison. It's just like one voice. So everybody is singing the same thing. So unison, harmony, nothing complicated, nothing major in this particular. And you can see there's 4 or 5 rhythms going on at the same time. This is like polyphony, like proper, polyrhythm, like proper polyrhythmic music right here. So basically that's what we have with Pionnier. We have other groups coming, so we'll see how related it is.
Okutula kunuma ichalo chesu twachibona kuti lachali palwa mu musangoyo twalikuwa to mushiri usuma twalikuwa to mumana bemba umomo tutapula amenshi nesabi ero kalipa mukumo ine twalikuwa te chalo chesu icha muchele emulandu wine twalikuwa te chikomo echo twayimirira po echa kutila kabwiri okaya teka bwiri okabwela.
Asi nebo ishinaliandi nebo kai isia imirimo yandi momba yakwengo omuchere kulutambi lwakabwire tulamukulima omuchere kutula kuba fyasi abantu pangire kukale bala tulalima kutampa kwa kulima omuchere tutampira po ukutinya mwechani twateta kumyere na kufikwa kwa batwapuisha mo kutetamu twatampa okutipa twatipa twasalanganya tuliafine twatutsoba tumisolo twatusoba ula tuliatuine tumaloba twasanguka umuchere twamba okukusalira fyauma fyapanga soti tulapanga ko tumo kwati tuutenge na tumo twapala muisamba kwati ni tubwato eto tubika mulya muisamba katwalonga mulya fyafimfima la fya soti mulya mukatenge twabula na amenshi twaitira mulya mukatenge amenshi yani kilo nilo batubikire mu fyambo okuswa kupanga amenshi fyambo okuswira mulya mu bwato ele fyambo okuswa mu bwato mulya fyaswa tubika po fya amenshi yareswa tubika po fya amenshi umukondo ulya waisula twatampa nombo okutapululamo ukufumyamo nombo okutwala mu mitanda mulya muli umuliro byabula siomeka twateka pa muliro kutapula amenshi tutapulira mulya mukondo twateka po bafyambo okupya metuleko syako fye nkuni ngafyaka mama enshi yonse yapwamo inshi mwasanguka soti yeka ya white kaibe ya fitawo ni white ngatwapuisha afilia kufumyama kubika mufipe fimbi abantu nga bayisa tuleshitisha kukaleta kwali kushitisha kwali fya makabu takwali mpia makabu fye baleka busya mano pali no shitale sai tupera tulishitisha mano lupia waisa mane fya kufala ifya kulia tulyamu lyamwine tafya mwesu mu mabala kabiri awe fyonse tulyamu lyamwine muchere ubwali ifya kufala fikwembe ni mulyamwine fyonse nabana tule tushisha mulyamwine mutule kushisha abana mu muchere babula tufye wa muchere akabwile ekabwile muchere saunga muchere
Inenda wa Sylvester Miyambo umubwile ngo wafyalwa kumulepo wabufumu inenga nalisalo ku bashimalumbo naso nterwe fyeno mupashinsha ishibe no kwishibo kutefyo chikaba instana lekola nomba ilina isakwateri shuko na sala okupalamana nemfumu no kubalondoloela ifyo ifa bushimalumbo fyandi ineni nenkonkani ya kwa shimalumbo washala popantu pa first 1937 twalikwete badanya okafita abaleshika kula basinya chief puta batobwe ya weme yalende myamwana tseluka abali ni baputa balenga 6 muri baputa besu
Some musical forms may be in danger. For example, we have the Mfunkula musical form, which is one of our oldest musical forms of the Bwile. And it's very sacred in terms of our relationship to it. And it is also the foundation of all royal music. It's the base. And the few people who are knowledgeable about playing the Mfunkula music are really very few.
So some of the elements of music, for example, we listened to, or we experienced like maybe 4 different styles of music, but the most common elements were we had 4 different groups. So we had the Pionye, and then we had the Amalumbo, and then we had Mashave, and then the Kambasa group. For example, we some of the elements included call and response. Was like one of the biggest things, and then we also had. I listened to the harmonies. The harmonies were in fifths, so they had like the soprano singing, say the tonic, and then the harmony doing the fifth from the tonic. So that was quite interesting, and also the instrumentation was very interesting. They had, it was all percussion, but they had wooden instruments. Yeah, so they had insupa, and then they had, of course, the different drums, the insensele, ichivitiku, and then itumba, which is the master drum. So they had all that instrumentation. The rhythm is very repetitive. One of the most common characteristics of African music, Zambian music for sure. And then with the Pionye group, I would consider it to be a more contemporary style. Their drums were bigger. had also Umkonkosho, the arrangement. They had there was a lot of quite some duplication. The drum rhythm duplicated the melody that they were singing. Their singing was quite basic, 3-4 notes, and I think it was faster than the Kambasa group in terms of the tempo-wise musically. And then we had Amalumbo. The guy who was doing Amalumbo is a poet, like a serious poet. You know, like I think even when he's talking, he's gotten used to it. I think for him, it's become a part of him. So even when he's just talking to you, you'd think he's already reciting. So when you're in the city, you think it's all gone. You think there's nothing left. But for me, I'm so happy to know that it's still there. It's the people that are keeping it, are still keeping it, and it's still going. It's still going strong. So I think for me, my concern is to kind of like expose it, so everybody can have a chance or an opportunity to listen to the music. And the other thing for me is if we can find a way of raising awareness to say this is ours and it needs to be preserved. I know that what the music they do in schools is kind of Western, and if we can, a little bit just go back to our roots, because this is what we are. This is ours. And we need it. And also, I would like to urge all the young musicians and everybody else to say, what is ours? We can only share what is ours. We cannot share something that does not belong to us. Then we'll be stealing. If you try to share something that doesn't belong to you, or you take something that doesn't belong to you, then you are stealing from somebody.